And God is literally showing you just how good it gets. God is literally showing you just how good it gets in your life. But see, we're so used to seeing things from a jaded lens. Like, we can't see the big thing that God is doing. We can't see him in the details. Like, what we've asked for, what we prayed for is literally coming to pass. And he is working behind the scenes. God is working behind the scenes in everything that's happening in our life. He literally working behind the scenes. And we be so caught up in it looking a certain way, and we miss what he's actually doing. We miss, the work that he's doing on this, the things he's pruning from us, the things that he's taking away from us. Like, we be missing it. We don't understand that everything actually working out for your good. Everything actually is working out for you. Everything. When you ask God for something, he's going to work in a way that just does not make sense to the carnal mind. It just don't make sense to the carnal mind. And it's going to be up to you to see it from a different perspective. Ask God for a different perspective. That's something that we don't do. We want to see things from our own perspective, not knowing that in order to understand the things of the spirit, you got to be able to see it from a different perspective. You can't understand it from your own limited perspective. Us as human beings, we have a limited perspective, a limited viewpoint, limited outlook on things. Like, it is limited. It is limited to our experiences, to things that we've been through, trauma, and things that we've been through in the past. Like, we got to be able to see it from a completely different lens. And in order to do this, we have to ask God for a different perspective, And it's not rocket science. Like, people make it seem so hard. Like, we make things of the spirit seem so hard. And yeah, it's kind of difficult at first to understand, but it takes time. Like, it ain't something that just happened overnight. Like, no. This is not an overnight thing. It's just not like an overnight thing. Like, no, you gonna wake up. You gonna start waking up one day, and one way that you can tell is like people gonna be calling you crazy, saying you need help because you're waking up to the truth, because you're waking up to what's really going on in the world, what's really going on around you. And a lot of people just comfortable being blind. They're just comfortable like staying in their mess, staying in the mess that they in, and you have to leave people where they at, and it hurt to let go. But God is working in the details, He's working in the details. He's working in the small things. So in order to see that, we got to say, God, shift my perspective. Give me a new perspective. Because I don't know what you're doing. I know you're doing something, but I don't know what you're doing. I want to see you working in the details. I want to see you in the small things. I want to see you in the little things. And that's what matters the most. That's when it matters the most. Like, you got to be able to see. If you could see the little things, trust, you gonna see the big things. The big things gonna be super major. But the little things, when you can see God in the little things, man, people will think you crazy. But that's something that I asked God for, was to be able to see him moving in every situation. And it's literally happening every single day. So even when things are not looking like how I wanted to look, it's okay, because I know God is working. So I smile. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm joyful. I'm ready for the next thing. Why? Because I know he's working. Because I know he's doing something. He's doing something behind the scenes. He's working. He's working things out for my good. Right? Romans 8:28 says that, for we know all things work together for the good of those that love God and are called according to his purpose. Is that Romans 8:28? I think it is. Well, everything is working out for my good. And if I don't see that, if I don't see everything working out for my good, guess what? I'm going to always have a pessimistic outlook on life. It's going to be hard for me to see the good in things because I'm trying to understand it from my own perspective and I can't. I can't understand the things of the spirit from my own perspective. Like, I need God for that. You need God to understand things of the spirit. Like, you can't understand it on your own. You can't possibly understand what God is doing. You can't understand what is happening spiritually if you don't rely on the source. Jeremiah 33:3 actually says, it says, call upon me. Call upon me. Call upon me and I will tell you great and mighty things that you never knew. Call upon me and I will answer you and I will tell you great and mighty things that you never knew. God literally knows the things of the spirit. God is spiritual, right? It's a spirit. God is spirit. And when we seek God, because we are spiritual beings, so we need the knowledge of the spirit. When we seek God, he shows us things that nobody else can see. Like people who do not seek him cannot see. People who do not have a relationship with him cannot see. So understanding the things of the spirit and being able to move with discernment, baby, that's a flex. I don't care what nobody say. That is a flex. Because I can see you. Like, I can see everything. I can see you. I can see, who's using you. What spirit is operating through you. Why? Because I study the things of the spirit. I study the things of the spirit. And I know that I have power. I have authority over, adversity. Adversity and opposition that try to come my way. Like, I got the authority over that. I ain't got to let that, take over my life and just consume my life. No. I'm going to allow God's word to consume my life. And this ain't, to try to sound religious or nothing. Because I'm not a religious person. Not religious at all. I don't do all that. It's about genuinely being connected to God for real. Allowing him to transform you in a way that is unexplainable. This cannot be explained. Like, my transformation cannot be explained. What God is doing in my life, I cannot explain it. The only way I can explain it is having a relationship with God. So whenever you hear somebody saying, you ask somebody, well, how did you do such and such? Well, how did you get here? You did this, that, and the third. And somebody say, God. Yeah, it sounds cliche, but it's not. It's true. Only God can do these things. Only God can make this type of stuff happen. And it's because of people's connection with God that they are transformed into somebody completely different. Transformed, and they don't live the same way that they used to live. It's because they was able to lean on God and not their own understanding. So when you can see things from a different perspective, that's when you're going to get somewhere. But you got to ask God for that, because you got to get a new perspective on your own. Like, you can't do that by yourself. You just simply cannot. I don't care what nobody say. You can't do that on your own. And if you do think you're doing it on your own, there are some demonic spirits helping you. Like, a lot of people try to, do things on their own and with no kind of accountability or help or assistance, or they ain't willing to take nobody advice. They too prideful. And that's how the enemy gets you caught up in cycles. I tried that before. I did that before. And that's how you get stuck in a cycle. That's how you get trapped. That's how you get caught up in pride and idolatry. It's trying to do it on your own. When you think you know everything, I don't know everything. And I'm not afraid to admit that I don't know everything. But I do know a lot. I don't know everything. I know a lot, though. I know things that I don't talk about, right? I can go around people and just know things about them that they don't even know I know. And I don't have to say nothing. I don't have to prove that, right? That's between me and God. That is between me and God. It's like, if I say something to this person, I know they ain't gonna be able to receive it. So listen, it's between me and God. I just pray for the person, pray for God to wake that person up to the truth. And that's it. Because I know that this, person ain't gonna listen to me. I know that this person ain't gonna accept or be ready for it. They're not ready for what I have to say. So a lot of things that God tells you, it's just between you and him. So God will show you things because he's trying to take you somewhere. He will show you certain things about where he's taking you. He will show you certain things about people around you so that you can move forward. Don't, go off on the person and be like, well, God told me this, that, and the third about you. And no, don't tell them. Don't tell them. That's for you. God knows the plans that he has for you. So if he's showing you something, he can trust you with it. He can trust you with it. You're being trusted with some knowledge that don't nobody else around you have. You're being trusted with wisdom that nobody else around you has. So perspective is everything. Perspective is everything. It's going to be everything on this journey with God. Your perspective got to shift. You got to be able to see things from a different lens. Like, clean your lens. Clean your lens. Because think about these lenses right here. These are just stylish frames. Now, if they were jaded, like have fingerprints and all kind of juice splattered in them and all kind of stuff splashed in them, it'll be hard for me to see things clearly, right? If my contacts that I have on were ripped in or had a rip in it or something like that, and lint and all that kind of stuff, it will be hard for me to see. Like, it will be blurry, right? My lens would be jaded. So seeing things from a different perspective is allowing God to heal you, allowing God to prune you, allowing God to show you things about yourself that don't belong, and you doing the work to uproot that stuff. And also, like, being optimistic. It's not just being optimistic, but walking by the Spirit, walking by faith, right? What God is showing you in the Spirit. And when God is showing you things in the Spirit and he's strengthening you, he's cleaning your lens, you're understanding things from a different perspective. You're seeing things from a different viewpoint, right? And you're like, okay, you healing from that trauma. You're healing from, that abuse. You're healing, you're growing, you're forgiving people, you're letting go, you're releasing, you're making space for what God is bringing into your life. And now your lens are clean, they are clear, and you can see clearly. You can see things from a new perspective, right? A new lens. It's new now. So perspective is everything. You can't walk into your new with your old mindset. You can't walk into your new with your old way of thinking, your old way of seeing things, your old way of operating. You can't step into your new like that. It ain't gonna last. It ain't gonna last. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be harder than it should be. Put it like that, because nobody said that this journey is easy, but you do need that help along the way. You do need that assistance, that guidance, and You know, a community as well. Thank you, Holy Spirit. You need that, because that's going to also help you see things from a different perspective. Now, when we ask God for a different perspective, not only is he going to give it to you, but he's going to make a way for somebody to come into your life that can show you things, how to do things differently, right? How to see things from a different perspective. He's going to show you that everybody in this world don't have the same perspective. We see things from different perspective. And a lot of people will be sent into your life to show you, hey, this is a better way to do it. This is a better way of seeing it. This is an easier way of doing this thing or whatever. It's gonna be like God is literally, I ain't gonna say it's gonna be like, because that's what he's doing. He's literally answering your prayer right then and there, but just not the way that you want it. He's answering your prayer in this way that is just, it cannot be explained, you know? It cannot be explained what God is doing in your life. And so see God in the details. Ask God to give you eyes to be able to see him in the details, see him working throughout, situations that's happening in your life every day. It ain't got to be a bad situation, but it won't always be good. It won't always be bad. Whatever it is that you're going through, God is testing you. He's strengthening your patience. I ain't gonna say testing. He's strengthening your patience. He is seeing that seeing if you're ready for, what you're asking for. You're being prepared. So perspective is everything. In order to get to that next level, you got to see things from a different lens. You got to see God moving, working in the details, working in the little things. Because that's where your faith gonna come in at. And your faith is gonna begin to just grow and grow and grow, because you can see God moving in the details. Because you can see God in everything. So since you can see God in everything, now he can trust you. Oh, Jesus. Now he can trust you with this thing. Right? So be willing to see things from a different perspective. And know that you cannot unlock new doors with old keys. Your old mindset is not going to take you to your new level. So you got to throw away the old. Put that in the comments, by the way. You got to throw away the old. And be excited. Be willing to step into the new with faith. Right? Knowing that you got the victory. You got the victory. The battle is already won. Baby, you ain't got to do no extra fighting. God already fought. He already did the work. Okay? And if you think you got to fight, I want you to know that that burden ain't even yours to carry. God said, put that down. That is not yours. I didn't tell you to touch that. No, put that thing down. That does not belong to you. Lay that burden at God's feet. Lay it at his feet so that you can walk in your freedom, so that you can walk in the victory, so that you can walk in abundance. Walk in your purpose. God did not give us the spirit of fear. Do not let fear hold you back. It's scary stepping into something new. Yeah. But it's scarier staying in the same situation. It is. God has more for you. He has something bigger for you. He has something better for your life. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans that I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. It's more. There's more. So don't be afraid to tell your story. Don't be afraid to create that product. Don't be afraid to start creating your content. Don't be afraid. Don't be fearful. God did not give you the spirit of fear, but he gave you the spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. And it's up to you to operate in what God gave you, what God already gave you the rights to. You have the rights to a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. You have the rights to freedom. That is your legal right. Therefore, the enemy has no access in your life as long as you don't give it to him. And you have the power to trample over serpents and scorpions. You have the authority. You have the authority to speak it out of your mouth. Devil, you have no place in my life. You have no place in my home. You have no place in my children. You have no place in my finances. You have no legal right here. Every legal right that you have has been revoked, canceled, null, and void. And I am a child of God. I decree and I declare that poverty has no place in my life. I decree and I declare that the enemy has no legal right to my finances. I decree and I declare that the enemy has no legal right to my marriage, to my relationships, to my friendships, to my family. You get to speak that over yourself. You get to pray over yourself. That is a privilege. It's a privilege. It's an honor to be able to speak what I want to see in my life. Speak what I know that God has given me the rights to. Like, speak that over myself over and over and over again. What you're doing is renewing your mind. You're renewing your mind. You're being renewed. And that's how you're going to be transformed, is by renewing your mind. Speak the word of God over yourself. Speak the word of God over yourself. Speak life over yourself, over your finances, over your children, over your relationships, over your marriage, over whatever it is. Everything, every part of your life. Because the enemy will come to attack. He will try. He will try his best. He will try to attack your mind so that you don't shift your perspective. But I'm here to tell you that God is working behind the scenes. God is doing something big and something major in your life. God is moving you to the next level. It is happening right now. In a way that you're going to be able to still walk with joy and smiles on your face and happy and excited for what God has for you, is through walking by faith. Is knowing what God says about you. It's in the word. It's knowing that God is working in the details. Being able to see that God is working in the details. I see God working, right? I see God working, so I'm happy. I'm smiling. Listen to, I think it's Smile by Kirk Franklin. I smile, even though I'm hurting, so, but I smile. I know God is working, so I smile. Yeah, I know God is working, so I smile, even though I've been here for a while. I smile. It's so hard to look up when you've been down, and I sure would hate to see you give up now. You look so much better when you smile. Smile. And know God is working. You get to ask God for this stuff. Like, ask and it shall be given. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. So your perspective is everything. And I want you to drop that word in the comments before you get out this video. Perspective. Perspective is everything. Okay? I love you so much. And I'll be talking to you in the next video.